In this episode, we'll travel from the west coast of Sweden to Umag on the northern coast of Croatia, a 2,500-kilometer journey via Prague in the Czech Republic and Budapest in Hungary. Since we also needed to get Scott's passport stamped, we needed to leave the open borders of the EU for a quick trip to Serbia, and what a crazy mission that turned out to be. It redirected us, so we're gold. We're good, I think, I hope. Oh god, it says 16 minutes now. In the last episode on Nomads for Love, we gave you a little backstory on how we got here.
Came up with this amazing adventure. Yep. It was a lot, and it was great.
Basically, this is a love story. We live full-time in a van, jumping borders every 3 months just so we can be together. So Dory, the blue adventure bus, has a very important role to play in our relationship over the next few years while we wait for the paperwork. We love just exploring and discovering new places. We do it with an open mind and without much of a plan. This particular journey is no different, but it is framed by few parameters that are out of our control. First of all, we have to stay out of the Schengen area for at least 3 months to comply with visa restrictions. Since Sweden belonged to this Schengen area, which functions as one single zone for international travel purposes, it means that we have to travel pretty far not to overstay Scott's visa every 3 months. The immigration interview will also most likely happen sometime during this journey. Since we have opted to do this in Athens, the embassy with the shortest waiting time, we want to be within driving distance of Greece when that time comes. The only other item on our checklist was to prolong summer for as long as possible, which means driving south. This journey is about a lot more than just traveling for the sake of traveling, and building Dory is about more than just the want for a van or living in a van. This journey is about us being able to be together.
We had to leave, due to visa and immigration. So actually, it felt like there was a sense of urgency, to get out of the Schengen area, to get the passport done, to say, okay, now we can relax a little bit. This is pretty cool. Have an adventure.
We're nomads. We love the traveling lifestyle, and it doesn't have to be in a van, but it's easier to be on the road for as long as we need to when you have somewhere to call home. Yeah. Since we set off without a plan, we have no idea where this journey will take us. This is part of the adventure, so be sure to follow along. It's bound to be an interesting journey. We have arrived in Trelleborg, and we are looking for our ferry. We leave Sweden via the ferry from Trelleborg to Rostock on November 1st. So this is Trelleborg, just south of Sweden, last stop before Germany. We are boarding the Stena Line ferry into the hold.
I think we can get up onto the main deck.
Yeah?
We keep going up. Yeah.
Okay, we're exploring. We are stuck on this thing for 6 hours and we're already bored. We're like, we ate. Okay, now what do we do? We've been here for like half an hour. Welcome to Germany, Dory.
Oh, we're going to get done by customs.
Are we? No.
Who knows?
No, we're not going to be done by customs.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're tired. Let's see. Let's see if we're going to get stopped. Hey. I was like, no, I don't want to search a camper today. Too much work, Mike. We arrive in Germany pretty late, so we want to find a place to park up. We tried to find this lake people recommended online, but find no public access to it. Rolling out of the truck stop where we slept last night, onto the road towards Prague. What about this park? This park. The ferry drops you 2 hours from Berlin on fast roads through Germany. But since we're on a mission to get through the Schengen area in just 5 days, we decided to save Berlin for another time. Good morning. We just crossed the border into the Czech Republic. Prague, the capital city of the Czech Republic. Due to its historic Baroque architecture and many Gothic churches, it is nicknamed the City of 100 Spires. While it begs for a much longer visit, we at least want to get a feel for it on our way south. We spend the day on foot, doing a few of the more touristy things. We stroll across the popular pedestrian Charles Bridge into Old Town.
Yeah, these guys are great.
The bridge is lined with statues of Catholic saints and colorful buskers. It crosses the Vltava River, another prominent feature of the city separating Old Town from the Castle District.
The guy on the washboard is going off. Yeah, it's got a washboard solo. I don't think I've ever experienced that before. I think he's the star of this band.
Check him out. What has he got?
He's built an amazing instrument. What's on it? Trumpet, megaphone, banjo. Ah, he's got a gear shift for his instruments. That's amazing.
We just ran into death in Prague. Awesome.
Scrap medaling.
It's worth millions. All the
Copper and gilded stuff everywhere.
copper and brass.
Copper and brass and gold. Flat white review, take one. In Chechnya.
First thing I get from that is hot.
Hot.
It's hot. And there's no handle.
Oh,
It's,
very hot. He was about to rock into an amazing analogy about how a falafel is the piston of a diesel engine. I totally wanted to get that on film and he bailed on me. Come on, babe.
Very fancy.
I'm impressed. I like the colours.
We stopped to admire the astronomical clock on Old Town Square. It is filled with people and street performers and lined with smoking stands of amazing street food.
So they're playing gold statues.
So the noises.
I don't know.
Look,
Wow.
air conditioning in them. You can hear it working.
They're cooking them over coals.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Oh, it's like Swedish, we have a thing called pinbröd. Stick bread. It looks like giant stick bread. You can get ice cream on top.
Let's go before we end up.
Before we end up buying something. Do you want to go hiking in
They're not
Paraguay's?
hiking shoes, are they?
Look at the soles. They're made for walking, babe. Dory, just where we left ya. Fantastic.
We leave the city before dark.
She was a smooth ride, old Dory.
Many countries in this region charge a fee for driving on principal motorways.
We're on the motorway, for fuck's sake.
The motorways in Chechnya, great.
You must buy a different vignette for each country. We know this, but spaced on buying one when we cross the border. We park up at another truck stop no more than 20 kilometers from the Hungarian border. The motorways are lined with these stops. They feel safe and convenient for us since we are just passing through. There's a knock on the door just as we're about to hop into bed. We've been spotted missing the required vignette for the Czech highway system. Now the transit authority wants money. So the vignette that should have cost us 12 euros turned into a 40 euro fine overnight.
And we got a very expensive permit that says we're allowed to drive on this road for the next 20 kilometers. Yay! And there goes Slovakia and hello, Hungary.
Learning a lesson from the night before, we're sure to buy a new vignette crossing the border into Hungary.
That was quick. And it's been saying on the last few rest stops, toilets and drinking water. So we're like, alright, cool. We're a little past half full, so we might want to fill up our water tank. Or do we? Here's the toilets and the... What? Yeah, I don't think those water fountains
What's the
have...
picture above it?
Looks like a bandit on the right.
You'll get robbed here if you change your tyre.
Yeah. Or they will steal your tires too. don't leave your car because it'll steal your tires and everything in your car. Oh, I don't get it. It's even got a sign. It's like, no, don't drink this water. We would probably die if we stayed here. That's pretty much what I took away from that signage. So we're chasing like mad on the freeway in Hungary because we spotted our first LT camper.
Yep, it's LT.
It's LT. LT spotting, Hungary. Hungary. I'm getting hungry. Well, it's called Umag.
In Hungary now. Just about in Budapest, I think.
Yeah. We're
in Slovakia. Well, it was just clouded out.
Yeah, we didn't see much of Slovakia. We'll have to do this some other time because it was covered in clouds. Driving into Budapest looks like a really interesting city.
We come over the bridge connecting the hilly Buda district with the flat pest below.
Look at this. At the river, you turn right.
Boom. Budapest, baby.
Alright, and it's free to park today. A lovely, friendly local out walking his dog just let us know you don't have to pay today.
We spend the day in the capital city of Budapest. It's a lovely city. We definitely want to explore it further when we have more time. It's a warm and sunny day, so we go for a walk along the Donau River to enjoy the amazing weather. We come across a Shoes on the Donau Bank memorial. It is quite powerful in its simplicity. We also stumble upon a small Italian deli and restaurant. We get some exceptionally good service and some Italian coffee before continuing on our journey. We cross the border into Serbia and get the stamps we need in our passports. The plan is to make a beeline back over into Croatia as fast as possible. Forced to pay a staggering road tax fee just after a few miles on the main motorway, we decide to leave the pay roads. A decision we soon regret. It turns into a rather scary nighttime drive over tiny desolate back roads.
I think it was that.
Was that it? No. Oh, it redirected us, so we're gold. We're good, I think. I hope. Oh god, it says 16 minutes now. Hold on. I think we need to stop and reassess.
We can't go down that other road.
That's
All
true.
the cobbles were ripped up.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck is there a cobble road in the middle of nowhere?
Not really sure if it was quite as dodgy as it felt. It was totally dark, on very narrow, poorly maintained roads, through bombed-out villages and shady street corners. We felt pretty unsafe, out of place, and lost for those few hours we spent in Serbia.
Okay, the bridge over into Croatia. Oh, what an adventure this has been.
Man.
Oh man, it's been too stressful to film.
A huge sigh of relief, we finally drive into Croatia. We cross the Baka Planka border in the middle of the night. We really wish we could have filmed the conversation we had with the Serbian border guards. They just could not for the life of them figure out why a Swede and a Kiwi are coming through their border with a camper. It is really late when we finally pull into Osijek, the first town on the Croatian side. We just parked up in the supermarket parking lot and went to bed, being so happy to have made it out of Serbia and out of the Schengen area on time with our passport stamped into beautiful Croatia. The plan is to drive until we hit the sea, so we head west for the milder climate of the Adriatic coast.
Welcome to Zagreb. Here we go.
We've had enough of big cities for a while, so we just make a quick stop at Bauhaus for supplies on our way through Zagreb.
Not a single car on any of the freeways going in any directions.
Maybe the toll to use this road's really expensive.
Yeah, we just entered a toll road and we have no idea how much we're supposed to pay. We find out on the other end.
In Croatia, you pay the road tax at toll gates instead of buying vignettes. Fees tend to stack up quickly if you travel far, so we stick to smaller roads to avoid the tolls. You also get a chance to appreciate the countryside while driving through this way. Much nicer way to travel. In the off-season, there are very few outsiders here. We can park almost anywhere without the locals taking much notice of us.
Wow. Pulling out of our stealth camping spot from last night. But as you can see, we had an excellent cloaking device last night. This fog is like pea soup. Very, very foggy. This has been our Croatian experience so far. Fog. And McDonald's are everywhere, including here. And we love McDonald's.
Toilet.
Toilet. Not for the food, for the toilet. think they might have free Wi-Fi too if we want to download some more music. We're studying our Croatian. Got this Europe phrase book. So da is yes and ne is no, and we're trying to figure out hvala vam is for thank you, because we need to start thanking people. So hvala vam. I hope that's, yeah, if any Croatian person is watching this, please correct us on the pronunciation, because we're struggling.
We see a sign announcing an epic waterfall. So, in the spirit of exploring, we leave the main road.
Found this awesome information board that you can understand in all languages because it's a pictogram. It's beautiful. We are here. So we're going to backtrack down to the little village, turn right, or left rather, on this 5-kilometer drive up to the little picnic table and a waterfall. So we're going to go on a little excursion. Hope Dory's up for some explorations.
Yeah, let's go find this
Waterfall.
waterfall.
And have some coffee.
I think that's a good plan for today.
Since we haven't done any research, we're just kind of winging this ad hoc, which is great. So when you see something on the side of the road, you have to explore it. That's the rules. Hope we don't need a car here.
Nope.
A switchback road leading down into a steep gorge. We search for this waterfall, but never find it.
Still going down. We've been going down for ages.
Yeah.
So we just discovered a flaw in our plan. This river is flowing downhill in the same direction we're driving. So for us to be able to get to a waterfall, as the signs have been indicating, there has to be a second river. We made it down the crazy road.
You saw the river?
Let's call that the adventure.
I think so.
At least we had one.
And I think we're going to find somewhere nice to pull over next to the nice road and have coffee.
That sounds like a great plan, darling. Do they have bears here then? Because we see bears on.
Have bears here.
Yeah, look at the mountains up there. If I was a bear, I would live up there.
We stop in the small village of Brodnakupi to make lunch. The main business, the rafting center, is closed for the season, and it's pretty much a ghost town, a sign of things to come.
I think I figured out why we like this coffee so much, darling.
What is that?
It's called exclusive, intense.
We need to find out if there's beers here. I really need to know if there's beers in Croatia.
And beers, not the here.
No, not the drinking. It's a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animal's a beer.
Right, exactly. Any questions?
Where they permanently live and all the time, it's right here where we are.
Right here in this region.
No, yeah,
In this valley.
yeah.
Look, it's spouting. It's awesome.
This is that's what they look like. They're a big bear.
Big bears, yeah.
Apparently, Croatian brown bears are common in this area, so we go for a walk along the river looking for bear signs, but find none.
Bears hibernate.
Yes.
Okay.
We almost accidentally drove into Bosnia-Herzegovina.
That was pretty funny. We didn't know there was a border crossing in this town.
No, we
knew
didn't.
we were skimming across the edge.
Yeah.
I thought it was like entrance into a tunnel or something, but then look up there.
It's like an EU sign.
We almost accidentally cross over the border to Slovenia as we are leaving town. A U-turn at the gates caused some confusion, but we just keep on going, eager to get back on the road for the coast.
So the landscape has changed again. We're come up on the opposite side of the mountains now. And we're going to be opening up on better weather and a nicer view, I think. Because we're coming out of the clouds. And you can see coastline. So we're driving through Rijeka, which is the regional capital this way. And we really don't like cities. We're done with cities for a while.
Don't pull out in front of me.
was the tunnel you pay for? No, free exit. Okay. Okie dokie. Umag, straight ahead.
Wow. A lot nicer out this side of the tunnel.
Oh yeah. So yeah, completely different weather on this side of the tunnel.
Completely different everything.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Look at this. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's nice.
This is what we wanted. We have found the ocean.
We roll into Umag, the northernmost town on the Istria Peninsula in the very north of Croatia. We park just as the sun drops into the Adriatic Sea, and it's beautiful and so calm and quiet. After a long drive through Europe, we have finally reached our goal. Absolutely gorgeous.
There's no one here.
There's absolutely no one here. We're looking forward to slowing down, to explore the Croatian coastline diving south, chasing summer. We discover a completely deserted Croatia, a veritable paradise off-season. Still sunny and warm, but totally void of tourists. We have it all to ourselves, a van life as paradise. But more on that in the next episode of Nomads for Love. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. For more, visit our website and engage on social media, or consider supporting us on Patreon. You'll find links in the description below. Until next time, go out and live a life worth living.